All right, welcome. Today we're actually going to be looking at how to get onto my class webpage and how to use my website properly, how to navigate it, what information is on there, so that it can be of value to you as you go through my class this entire school year. First thing, when you get onto a computer or a Chromebook or an iPad or your phone, the easiest way to get to my website is by going through the main district webpage. That's this current web page that I am on. It is svusd.org. So you'll type that in, it'll take you to this main page. Your saddle port information is going to be over here, but to get to my website, the easiest thing to do is to click on staff pages. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. It'll take you to this page, the teacher home pages. Now there's a couple ways you can search for my website. You can search by last name, you can search by school, or you can actually type in my name, and I have found that that's the quickest way to get to my web pages just by typing in my last name. Spelling does count, so please make sure that you spell my name correctly, otherwise you'll get frustrated when it doesn't show up. So I'm going to click the search button, and sure enough, there I am, Christopher Hickson. There is a way to email me if you were to click on that, and it'll take you to your email, and it composes an email there for you. If you had a question about an assignment or wanted to get in contact with me, you could always do that. But I'm actually going to go back because we want to get to my website. So page title, it says Mr. Hickson, Los Felices. You're going to click on that. All right, you will see that I currently teach two classes, drama and English. For my English class, you're going to want to go to my English website. So Mr. Hickson, 7th grade English, go ahead and click on that. And it should take you to this page. So the first thing that you see is the welcome page. The welcome page has a bunch of information on the front. You see a bunch of tabs going horizontally across the top. This includes a calendar. If you were to click on it, it shows you a calendar, and I could post assignments on here and due dates, which I may or may not do. Most of the time, I give them to you verbally. I write them on the board. I let you know via email. But this is another way I could post information about what's coming up and what is due. Connect, I can shoot out announcements. We can do polls. And then there's the assessments, which can include test quizzes and even just regular assignments. May only do this a few times in the school year, but it's important for you to know. So to go back to the main home page, you click on Pages, and you'll also see a bunch of tabs down along the side, and we're actually going to go through those step by step. But I wanted you to know that those tabs are the way to navigate around the site. So the first page is my welcome page. And my welcome page just has all the basic information that you would need to get in contact with me and to welcome you to my class. There's the family portal link here, which just takes you to the district webpage. And then you should have access from there to check grades. I highly encourage my students to check grades at least once a week, if not more, so that you know where you are and you know what improvements you need to make in order to be successful and get the grade that you desire. I have my back to school night presentation on here. This is the presentation that I showed to your parents. If you're at all curious at some of the stuff that I talk about, it is on there and it's available to you and your parents throughout the year. I have a little welcome blurb and a little Wordle with a bunch of English words in it. I have my contact information. Again, the best way to contact me is my email. And I also have a link here to the Los Felices School website, which also is a great way to navigate through different teachers' web pages and so on. And then, of course, I have the Remind logo here, and I talk about Remind, and I give you my pass for my class just in case you lose that paper or somehow you get disconnected from my announcements and my reminders. So that is the welcome page. So we're going to click on Meet Mr. Hickson. Now, I've already given you some information about me, but if you're at all curious about who I am and maybe a little bit more detailed information about my background, here's a little bio about me. And I have some fun pictures up here. And there's me and my wife. And it's just a little about me section. Might be interesting for your parents to read. Next, I have the syllabus. Now, I've given you a hard copy of the syllabus, but if you ever need reference to it, there is also a PDF version on here, just in case you lose it. You want to have access to it anywhere there's a computer. It's right there for you to download and look at. Next tab is the book discussion. So this has information about the book discussions each trimester. Now, since we're in trimester 1, I only have information about the trimester 1 book discussion. As you'll see, the 4 books are Legend, Maze Runner, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, and Please Stop Laughing at Me. If you want to know the Lexile level, the reading counts points value, authors, all that information is here. Gives information as to when you need to RSVP, as well as the link on how to RSVP for the book discussion. Has the essential questions which guide our book discussions each trimester, and then it has the actual discussion questions that you'll be talking about in the book discussion already posted on here. So as you read the book, you can jot notes about answers to each one of these questions. You can also review it the night before, just in case you're a little nervous about your first book discussion. You can already see what questions are going to be asked and how the discussion is going to be guided. So this is our book discussion page. As we go through each trimester, I will continue to update it and post information about the next books on there. Reading counts. There's a lot of information on this page. So for reading counts, you will see the due dates for our benchmarks of how many points you need to have for each date. There's an explanation here on reading counts. That's a document you can download. And there's also the Reading Counts website. If you click on the link, you can search by title, author, subject, Lexile level, points. And this is the website that will give you information on how many points a book is worth. So if you're already reading a book and it's reading counts, you should be able to look up your reading counts points on this page. All right. It looks like that page may have not shown up on this recording, but just so you know, the Reading Counts website is there and available to you. And I also have Lexile levels and explanations of what a Lexile is and where you should be at, especially for your grade level. So as you can see, there's 6th through 8th grade and where your Lexile level should be. I also have some links here to local libraries. So I have the Los Alisos Library, look up books there. I also have the Mission Viejo Public Library and the El Toro Public Library websites there available to you. Academic vocabulary. So each trimester, there is academic vocabulary. I will post the presentation that I do with you up on this web page here. And it has all 10 words, the definitions, pictures that go along with it. So if you're ever absent, you can catch up here. And then I will also post quiz and study guides for you to use in preparation for our academic vocabulary tests. And then last but not least, we have trimester 1 agenda and assignments. This is where I'm going to post what we're doing in class every single week, every single day. And this is what I'm going to write up on the board every day. Now, this page can change from day to day depending on how much we actually get accomplished in each class. May move faster than I think, may go slower than I think. It doesn't really matter, but I will try and keep this page as up to date as possible. If you're absent, you can always check here and see what we did. Sometimes I post hard copies of assignments on this webpage for you to access anywhere and anytime. So with that, that is my website, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you find it useful, and I hope you use it in the course of your year. All right. Thanks for listening.